Welcome back, guys. My name is Joshua, and today I'll be showing you how to create your Express entry profile. Yes. So now you have done your ECA, you've done your IELTS, and you've passed. The next thing you want to do is to create your Express entry profile. It is at this stage that you enter the Canadian immigration pool. Until you create your EE profile, you are not in the pool. And so, if you're not in the pool, you're not expecting to get an invitation to apply. So, this is really where the big game starts. You want to create your Express entry profile, and it's a very pretty easy one. I will take you through step by step. That's why I'm showing you my screen, and you would see it's quite easy. All you'll be doing is to fill some questions, but make sure you are answering all the questions as honest as possible. And this is the reason why you need to do that. All the information you provide, at some point after you get your ITA, that's invitation to apply, you will be asked to submit supporting documents. At this stage, you won't be asked to submit your ECA, for example, or your IELTS results, but the expectation is that you have done it, right? And whatever you're filling into this questions should be the correct things, so that when you eventually get your IT and you're asked to present those documents, there won't be any problem. So I'm just going to come here, and in Google I'll just put create EE profile. Okay, there's one here already. And then I'm just going to come here, submit an Express entry profile. Yeah, it's super easy. Just follow it step by step. Don't be too much in a hurry. Now, this tells you what you're supposed to do. Fill out the form, step one. Step two, what to do while you're in the pool. Step three, rounds of invitation. Respond to your invitation to apply, and what to do if you're not invited to apply. Now, I'm going to leave this link in the description so that you can read up all of this. But in summary, what this is saying is, after you fill out the form, then you go into the pool. That's a step two. When you go into the pool, now what should you be doing in the pool? When you're in the pool, before you get your ITA, what you should be doing is to gather your documents. Because when you get your ITA, you will literally have 60 days to submit your application immediately after you get your ITA. So while you're in the pool, use that time to gather your documents. What are the documents you would typically need? You would need your passports, you will need police clearance certificate, you will need medical reports, you will need your IELTS results. Yeah. So you need to visit the office to collect your actual results. Yeah, you would need your ECA report. Besides that, you also need your employment details. So you need to get reference letter from your employer. You need to get your proof of fund. So ensure you get all those documents ready. In the next video I'll try and do a video on all the documents you would need, right? So while you're in the pool, what you should be doing is to ensure that you have all the documents ready. Now, so let's just go ahead to fill the form. Okay. So I'm going to come here and create or sign into an account. Okay. So what we're creating is an IRCC secure account, and what we'll be using is GCKey. Now it says sign in with your GCKey user ID or password, but we don't have one. So what we do is we'll register. All right. So it tells you how to register for an account. What we'll be really using will be GCKey. So we're not using sign-in partner, so we're using GCKey. So just click on register with GCKey. Okay. I should be doing sign up, not sign. So I'm doing sign up. I accept. Create your username. So we'll create something. I was going to use sample 123. Sample 123. Continue. Create a username. So that's not available. So let's do Josh underscore sample. Continue. Okay, so that is fine. Josh underscore sample. We're going to choose a password. Continue. Now we need to create recovery questions. Select a question. So I'll just select random question. You need to select questions that are applicable to you, because that's what you'll be using subsequently. So I'm just going to create random questions and give random answers. What was the first organization I worked for? I'm going to put XYZ Incorporation. My memorable person, I'll just put money. My memorable person int mother. My memorable dates. I can actually use anything, so I can do 2020 03/17. My memorable date in landing. So you can put whatever you want to put there as related to you, of course. Okay, so I'm going to click on continue. So it tells me you have successfully created your GCK. This is my username, and I need to continue. So I'm going to click on continue. Okay, so terms and conditions and all of that. I'm going to click on I accept. You can read up. Now I need to create an account. So given name, put what yours is. I'm going to put, remember this is a test demo sample. Let me use that. Last name sample. Okay, so using which email should I use? Let me use this. Last name is Amaribe. Let me just use my Joshua. Preferred language English. Click on continue, and then you create security questions. You create the question and then you answer the questions, right? So I'm creating questions, and what is my first name? Answer Joshua. What is my middle name? You need to set more difficult questions, of course, for yourself. So because these are security questions, I'm using easy ones because it's just a demo account I'm creating. What is my last name? And if I don't put anything here, I'm not able to move forward. So I'm just using where do I live? Canada. Continue. All right, so now account has been created, right? So there you have the account. The account has been created. The next thing you need to do is to update your information on the account. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start an application, apply to come to Canada. I'm clicking on this. Now it will ask me, please enter your personal reference code to begin your application. Now, what is my personal reference code? I do not have one, so I'm going to come here. It says, if you do not have a personal reference code, you may answer a series of questions to find out if you're eligible to apply for a visa. So what I'm going to do is to click on Express Entry. So I'm just going to click on Express Entry. All right, so from here, I'm just going to answer the questions that come and on and on. So let's see. If you don't know yet, choose the province or territory you are most interested in. I will go for Ontario and click on next. Okay. So it says you need to submit language test result for all programs, right, under Express Entry. So make a selection, IELTS. Remember, by the time you're doing this, you must have written IELTS. So click on IELTS and click on next. Find out if you're eligible. What year did you take the test? Let's say you wrote it 2020 this year. Let's say you wrote it in January, and let's say you wrote it on the 1st. Just saying. Click on next, and then you answer all the questions and enter the test score for speaking. Let's say 7.5 in your speaking. Let's assume you had 8 in your listening. Put in the actual score you had in IELTS, please, because this is where it gets really serious. You can't afford to make mistake. Please, I'm begging. You cannot afford to make any mistake. All right, click on next. Click on next. Would have do you have other languages? I'm assuming you can't speak French, so I'm going to put no here. And if you have others, of course, put it. If it is CELPIP, if it is TEF, if it's whatever you have. So no other. I'm assuming no other language actually. Then click on next. Okay, so remember, put in what you scored. Okay, so in the last 3 years, so now it's asking for your work experience in Canada. I'm assuming you've not worked in Canada, so I'm going to put none. It should be none here too, so I'm assuming none also. If this is none, this will also be none, right? Then international or foreign work experience in your country comes in. So here you put in whatever work experience you have. So how many years? Usually it's always preferable to have at least 3 years. So I'm going to go with 2 to 3. You have at least 2 years of experience in one of these types of job. So another thing you need to understand is NOC, right? NOC is like a categorization. That's what the Canadian government uses to classify the jobs. There are different kinds of occupation. So it's an occupational code. I'm going to put a link in the description below, different kinds of NOC, so that you know what your NOC falls into. So if you're an accountant, there's an NOC for it. If you're an auditor, there's an NOC. I'm going to put a link in the description box. Use it to find out what NOC you belong to. You're going to need it when you're filling in your application. So okay, already there's a link here that says if you're not sure of the NOC, you can follow this link or follow the one in the description. So just look up these NOCs and see if any of this relate to you. I doubt if it will, but if it does, of course, go for it. But if it doesn't, pick none. It most times will not, for those that are office workers and all of that. Yeah. So click on next. Now it asks for, okay, how much money in Canadian dollars will you bring to Canada? Now this talks to your proof of fund. So for a single applicant, you would need this amount, 12,960 thereabouts, and on and on. In the subsequent video, I'm going to do a video of how much you actually need from end to end in applying for Canadian immigration, right, through the Express Entry program. So let me just go for this. How many family members do you have? So pick what relates to you, and please be honest. I'm repeating it because of the consequence, or because of many people have fallen into the deceit of submitting a false report, and then it backfired on them. So as much as possible, try and be honest with these guys. Next, do you have a valid job offer? I'm assuming you don't. Next, what is your date of birth? Select what your date of birth is. Remember, you should be older than 18 years. Yeah. So I'll do 1989. I'll do um I'll do December 1st. It's not my true birthday. Select your um December 1st. Then if you did not earn a Canadian degree or diploma, so now let's talk to ECA. Sir, remember your ECA. I'm going to go for master's degree. I'm going to do next. If you're not eligible to apply, check all the apply. Okay, check all the apply. I've studied full-time in Canada for 2 years. I'm not know. I have at least 2 years of full-time work experience in Canada. No. I have a relative. No. None of the above. Next. Now for you, select the things that apply to you. Right. What is your marital status? I'm going to go for single, never married. Next. Okay, so it tells me based on my answers, I appear to be eligible for express entry. Step one, when you click on continue, you'll be guided through the following steps to complete your profile. Complete the express entry profile builder, review your profile, submit your profile. After you submit your profile, you'll see a page that confirms that your profile has been submitted. It will have more information and next steps. Shortly after you submit, you will also receive a confirmation message in your account. Now, I don't want to press continue, right? So, but pretty much from here, it's an easy process. You just go on, answer a few questions, and then it takes you next. It's a very, very intuitive process. You as you go along, you know what to do. And if you're stuck at any point in this process, please feel free to reach out to me, put a comment in the box, and I'll be happy to help. But understand, I would keep on repeating this. Be honest in your responses. Be very, very honest in your responses, and you'll be pretty much fine. Okay, so that is it pretty much in creating your express entry profile. And once you create your AE profile, the next thing you want to do is to go ahead to gather all the documents you will need in submitting your application once you get your invitation to apply. In my next video, I'm going to do a video of the documents required. I've kind of put a top level summary of those documents: your ECA report, your IELTS, your reference letter, your POF, and your PCC. But in the next video, I'm just going to do a detailed report of everything you need to submit an application. So that is it pretty much. Thank you for your time. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe, like, click the notification bell, share the video with your friends, with your folks, with your family, and drop your questions in the comment box. I will see you in my next video. Thank you.